Okay, well, howdy y'all. I'm going to do one of a million different videos that have been done about Altoids and survival kits. I want to start off by showing you that I've got one with, I put some rubber bands around it to keep it together a little better. But I also had other things that are not in it, or that I was going to upgrade, that I wanted to put in it. So I've got some of these items here also. For instance, I didn't have a whistle in there. I bought these, they're a little larger than I anticipated, so I don't know if I'll be able to fit these in there. I've got these lights that I bought that, gee, I hope some of them work. There we go. That are smaller than the one I have in there, although they're also cheaper in all ways. And then I have some Fresnel lenses that also can do some magnifying. There's a magnifying glass right here, kind of built in. It's a little more magnifying. And I also have the big lens, which can be used. So I'm hoping these are of use. I've got the commando wire saw, which you can use to cut limbs or make a D-saw out of it. So I had some wire in there. It didn't seem to be working too well. Maybe I could replace it with a saw and be more valuable. And then I also got these water tablets to help kill biological stuff in the water so that you won't get sick when you drink wild water. Alrighty, so what do I have in here so far? Well, let's take a look. I put these large rubber bands on here to hold it together, and I can fit this in my pocket. It's a little bit heavy, but not too bad. So you get the rubber bands, of course. Then in the box, in the lid, I put in a couple of pieces of paper that can be used. I cut it out to the shape of the box, and I never could cut paper straight. Then I put in here a couple of X-Acto knife heads, a couple of pins. I want to get some, I've got some needles here. I need to get some pins. Then I've got a few fishing hooks. And of course you have to realize it's also very shiny inside the lid, so you can use that for reflecting. And I have a spool of thread that can be used with the fishing needles. Here I've got wire, and I've also got some fishing line. I'm not sure the wire was that valuable. It took up a lot of space, and maybe it'd be better if it was a saw, so I'm going to change that out. And here was the light I was talking about. This is a much nicer light, much brighter, but the size of it was quite large, and it's also very heavy. So I'm hoping that'll reduce the weight. I'm not sure if these are pretty cheap though. Then I've got a compass. There may be some compasses I can get that are a little smaller than this one. It's a little bit taller than it needs to be. I just really need this button part. So there's my compass. And then this also is pretty heavy here, but this is a multi-tool, a small one, a mini multi-tool, and it's got quite a few functions in it. So this one tool would be quite a value. We've got the pliers, there's some screwdrivers, can openers, a knife, saw, number of different things in this one tool. So that's a pretty good tool. I've got some butterfly bandages. I've got a gauze pad, some regular bandages, and then to go with the fishing line and fishing hooks that I have, I've got a few weights. I've got some matches that are waterproof. I've got some candles. I plan to get some candles that won't blow out. Some of those trick candles. I think that would be a better addition. I've got a toothpick, a couple of toothpicks, They could be useful for a variety of things. And some people put a little pencil in there. And my wife had the idea of a pen cartridge. I mean, you don't really need the container to write in, and you could do a lot of writing with that. And that's what I've got in my cartridge.